Every day, before your feet even touch the floor, you check messages, watch videos, listen to music, talk to friends, learn new things, buy things. Some people use it for almost everything. Most people couldn't imagine life without it. But what if tomorrow it all disappeared? At first, nobody would panic. Most people would think, it's probably just my Wi-Fi. Then they would check their phone. Nothing. Then their computer. Still nothing. And that's when people would realize, this isn't a normal outage. People would start calling their friends, asking the same question. Is your internet down too? Then they would discover something terrifying. It's not just their city. It's not just their country. The entire world is offline. No social media, no messages, and no way to know what's happening. At first, it would just be annoying. But within hours, the real problems would begin. Millions of people don't carry cash anymore. They pay digitally. But now, nothing works. People suddenly can't buy things. Not because they don't have money, but because they can't access it. Then people would rush to the ATMs, trying to get cash. But many machines wouldn't work, because they depend on the internet too. Now the problem is getting bigger. Businesses can't process payments. Deliveries stop moving. Packages stop arriving. The world starts slowing down. And this is only the first day. By the second day, everyone would realize this isn't a temporary outage. Something much bigger has happened. Airports would start struggling. Flights become difficult to coordinate. Businesses begin losing billions, not because they stopped working, but because they can't connect. Modern life was built on a network nobody could see. Most people think the internet is just for entertainment, but they would quickly discover it was much more than that. Hospitals depend on it too, not for everything, but enough to make life harder. Then supply chains start breaking. Products stop moving efficiently. Store shelves slowly begin to empty. People realize the internet wasn't just part of modern life, it was the foundation. And now that foundation was gone. Governments would hold emergency meetings, trying to understand what happened, but nobody would have answers. Meanwhile, people would start adapting. They would have no choice. Life would continue, but it would never be the same. People would start adjusting. The panic would slowly fade, not because the problem was solved, but because humans adapt. They always have. Children would grow up differently. They wouldn't know the world we lost. To them, this would simply be normal, a completely different world. Years later, people would remember the internet like a different era, a world where everything was connected, and everyone was connected too. But somewhere along the way, we became dependent on it, more than we ever realized. And when it disappeared, the world was forced to remember how to live without it. Was losing the internet entirely bad? Not exactly. People spent more time together. Neighborhoods became stronger. Children played outside more. People became less distracted. But there was a price, a very big one. Knowledge moved slower. Communication became harder. Opportunities became limited. And the world felt bigger again, much bigger. For decades, humanity adapted, just like it always does. But nobody forgot what once existed, a network that connected billions and changed human history forever. But maybe that's the wrong question, because eventually humanity would adapt. We always do. The real question is, how dependent have we become on something we can't even see? Every message, every purchase, every search, every click, all connected, all dependent. And most of us never think about it until it's gone. So maybe the internet isn't just technology, it's part of modern civilization. And losing it would change everything, not overnight. Because some inventions don't just change the world, they become part of it. And once that happens, there's no going back, only forward. And that's why losing the internet might be one of the biggest changes humanity could ever face.